3X back on the mic once again as the XWA Live World Tour rolls on. And making his way to the ring, Ryan Risk, a very different Ryan Risk, a redefined Ryan Risk. The last time we saw this young man in the XWA, he got starched, absolutely decimated by Cyrus the Entertainer. And from that loss, he's gone back to the drawing board. He's gone back to learn new tricks and to master a new mentality that he has told me earlier tonight you will see here in this match. A completely different mindset. I can tell you from outward appearances, he still looks just as confident as he ever has. But in his third year within the XWA, this new Ryan Risk seems to be a little bit more focused. And that right there is the difference between just being a good superstar and a great one. And he believes that this new mindset is going to carry him quite far within the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. Well, time is only going to tell whether or not that comes to pass and if all this effort is worth it. But at least for right now, these fans, well, they still really don't like him very much. But quite clearly, what the fans think, their opinion of him, is completely irrelevant. The only thing that matters to Ryan Risk nowadays is the results that happen inside of those 4 corners and 9 ropes. That is called a professional wrestling ring. As he marches around the squared circle, awaiting the arrival of his opponent, a man making his debut here within the XWA, but who is not new to professional wrestling by any stretch of the imagination. This man's career has roots within the origins of what would become the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. I'll get to that in a moment. But right now, marvel in the amazement of the man who calls himself the once and future badass. This is Brandon Snyder. At one point, he was one of the top superstars in the former World Wrestling Alliance, the organization that would eventually be absolved and absorbed into what we now know as the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. A product of the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, this man broke into the business, believe it or not, as tag team partners with the Evolution of Combat, John Payne. He, however, has no ties to the School of Hardcore as Payne does. He's cut his own path through this industry, wrestling around the world, including New Japan and several promotions in Mexico and Europe, and has finally touched down here back in the States once more with the XWA. And he told me before we went on the air tonight that this isn't just going to be a cup of coffee here. He's in it for the long haul, and he wants to make an immediate and tremendous impact. It starts here tonight, and it starts against Ryan Risk, who wastes absolutely no time with the fisticuffs. I told you, this man is a different animal than it was when you last saw him. We kick things off, and it's immediately, as the legendary Jim Ross would call it, a slobber knocker. And, 12-6 elbow right to the top of the forehead by Risk. And Risk looked like he was going for a scoop slam, but Snyder with the counter. Kidney shot and knocks Risk right out of the ring. And here, Brandon Snyder on the top turnbuckle outside of the ring. Dropping the elbow, shades of the Macho Man. In his case, it was usually a double axe handle, but still effective nonetheless, or well, not so effective, as Ryan Risk retaliates with a series of strikes. Snyder trying to fire back with a backhand chop, and Ryan Risk cuts him off. Body splash from an Irish whip, and now Snyder countering with a back body drop and dropping a smaller elbow. Straight to the canvas, right to that chest of Risk. Firing back now. And driving Brandon Snyder face first into the turnbuckle. This match has been high octane from the opening bell. Neither man letting off the gas. And here, Brandon Snyder taking a break to drink in the energy of the XWA universe. Right back on the attack here. Beautiful falling gourd buster by Snyder. And oh, stiff right hand follow-up. This man definitely is akin to throwing the bombs. And he delivers two more right there. He calls that the double decker. And now a top wrist lock being applied here. And oh, a couple of shots right to the kidneys. Those are legal in professional wrestling. And wait a second, Ryan Risk delivering the vertigo. That was a move that was made famous by the legendary destroyer, Simon Fireheart. And now Risk, wait a second, what are you kidding me? Ryan Risk with a beautiful moonsault from the top turnbuckle. Very uncharacteristic, the new tools that Ryan Risk brings to the dance. A focused and balanced assault as Risk goes for another cover. And only a 2 count. But it would appear that Risk has captured the momentum, or at least he did. An attempt at a flying knee there by Snyder. And now Risk again on the attack. And Brandon Snyder is in a bad spot right here. Oh! Double leg drop kick, a drive-by right to the temple. And again, Risk on the cover, hooking the leg. But only another 2 count for his efforts. And now Snyder quickly on the counter. Maybe that shot woke him up. When you take a blow like that, you're either going to cave in or you're going to break out. And it appears to be the latter for the once and future badass. Another stiff one right to the face and a double decker for the second time in this match. And now Snyder hooks the leg. Only a 1 count, however. Wow. That is some chin on the mug of Ryan Risk to be able to withstand all these shots and still somehow survive. But you talk about survival instincts. There goes a counter by Snyder, who follows up with the go-home driver. 2 count only though. But Snyder immediately to the top turnbuckle, wasting no time. And Snyder! Beautiful frog splash. But Ryan Risk, again, cutting off any momentum that Snyder is trying to build here. Snyder once again, however, grounds his opponent, but Ryan Risk one more time, one step ahead on the fireman's carry, and now just taking his time, waiting for Snyder to get back into ring, and it cuts him off, and a smack right to the face. Ryan Risk just plain old trying to humiliate Brandon Snyder at this point. Looks like he's going for a T-bone exploder suplex, but no. Snyder again, for the third time in this match, delivers the double-decker. And another cover. And another near fall. Kick right to the back there by Snyder. We will try another big move. There goes another sidearm lock, but look at Ryan Risk. Wow. To say this man has stepped his game up in the offseason is quite the understatement, as he once again introduces Snyder to the turnbuckle, and now looking to finish things off here. Risky business. 1, 2, 3. And Ryan Risk prevails in impressive fashion. As we take a look at the replay, this was an impressive match on the part of both of these competitors. As we see this sequence here, countered from a fireman's carry into the go-home driver. But immediately after the near fall, no wasted motion at all here by Brandon Snyder to the top turnbuckle, and then crashing down with a beautiful frog splash. And here we see some insult to injury on the part of Ryan Risk off that slap, but a very impressive showing of athleticism and resilience, withstanding 3 of those double-decker combinations to deliver the risky business and score the pinfall victory against the debuting Brandon Snyder. He's got more fights left, that's for sure, but tonight belongs to Ryan Risk, who, whether you like him or not, and clearly this crowd here still doesn't, you cannot deny the fact that he has most certainly improved his game and is set and poised to become an X factor within the men's division of the XWA.